Welcome to QuikCodes. In this video, we're going to go over a situation I had earlier this week where I was told that a department at a client's location wasn't receiving any internet. In the past, they were receiving internet, but lately they've been doing construction, and for some reason, the internet stopped connecting to the computer. All right. The goal of this video, as well as QuikCodes, is to empower you by simplifying everyday technology. Just as yourself, there's times where I'm confused, where I'm lost, or where I need help or some type of support. And, I've often found myself either researching online, going on YouTube, or reaching out to some type of virtual assistant. And it's been very beneficial over the years. I would like to be the subject matter at the time, right now, to do the same for you so you can be empowered and won't have to go through so many avenues to get answers, so that way you can get results in real time. So let's begin with the video. Okay, right now we're standing at the site of the construction where we have found the ubiquity access point, or the unified access point, whatever you want to call it. And if we follow the cable, we see that it's going inside the wall and it's being tracked all the way to the other side of the building, going inside most likely a switch that's powering this access point. Okay, so since the client had already told us that at one point they were receiving internet connectivity, but they're not anymore, we can most likely suspect that this access point isn't receiving power. And if you look further, I know that the video is a bit shaky. You don't see it illuminated. Right now we're looking at a keystone jack that's acting as an extender for both Ethernet cables. That's going to be acting as the point of travel for the electricity, or for the access point to receive power. So I'm going to show you a couple of videos and a couple of pictures in a sequential order, letting you know the steps that I took to have this access point to receive power once again. So my first step in repairing or restoring internet connectivity to the client's computer is remove the keystone jack, because there may be an issue with that for some reason where the access point isn't receiving power. And I took the Ethernet cable, the blue one at the time, and recrimped it, restripped it, so that way it can be a whole new connection, a completely new, cleaner connection. Okay, so in this case, you see that I've stripped the wires. I'm about to get ready to separate it. It's a 4-pair wire, 8 wires all together, and I'm about to place it inside of an Ethernet connector. In this picture, you see me connecting the wires, or placing the wires inside of the Ethernet connector based off of the standard of T568B, which is used for the access point to receive power. Okay, so in this video right here, what I want you to see is that I'm using a NF8209S network cable tester. It's really handy. I advise you to use it, especially if you're in the IT field. It's very handy. It has more than one capability. And in this situation, what I'm doing is calibrating it and setting it up so that way I can test the cable after recrimping it to make sure that it is receiving power. So when I plug it into the access point, I know that if it's not receiving power, it's the access point, the actual hardware is the issue. So now that we have the cable repaired, we recrimped it, and it's set up in the standard of T568B. We're going to place this cable inside of the network cable tester, and if you look closely, you see that the numbers 1 through 8 represent the wires. Okay, since we see the cable wires 1, 2, 3, and 6 are being highlighted, it's letting us know that the device on the other side is a power sourcing equipment, meaning that this switch is acting as a power over Ethernet, and is the actual device that's delivering power and data into the switch. Okay, and that's all that to say is it's an end span. Okay, it's an end span. So when you see the poles 1, 2, 3, and 6, that means it's an end span, and that the end span is most likely a switch, if not a switch, that's delivering power over Ethernet. The IEEE 802.3 is the power over Ethernet standard. And what you will find out about that, basically, the IEEE is the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, and that's an organization responsible for the technological advancement and development of standards for industries in the electrical and the computer science, especially when we want to consider, as it relates to our field of what we're talking about right now, Wi-Fi's, okay, and access points and things of that nature. You have the IEEE 802.3 AT, which is commonly known as the PoE Plus, Power Ethernet Plus. which is an 2009 IEE standard that enhances power over Ethernet capability, delivering up to 30 watts of DC power from a power sourcing equipment and guaranteeing 25.5 watts at a device. And if you look further, it's just telling you the actual quantity of power that is being delivered over the cable. So we're checking and we see that all is good. We see that the cable good. Now let's go ahead and connect both wires via the Ethernet adapter that I had instead of the keystone. As we see in results, the access point is illuminating, letting us know it's receiving power, and what that means, the client should be receiving internet connectivity. Now, due to security purposes and in protection of the client and their information, I took a screenshot of the computer that we were troubleshooting at the time for internet connectivity, and what you'll end up discovering is that indeed internet connectivity has been restored for the client. All right. I hope this was helpful. I thank you for watching QuikCodes. Continue to learn, and thank you for all that's supporting and all that's being able to get some type of help from this information.